The pristine halls of the Galactic Xenobiology Institute hummed with the gentle vibration of quantum engines as Dr. Jasmine Patel adjusted her holoscreen for the 1000th time. The lecture hall, designed to accommodate beings from 17 different dimensional planes, sparkled with crystalline lighting that reflected off the iridescent surfaces of her alien colleagues. Primitive methodologies cannot compete with evolved intelligence, declared Nexus 7, their crystalline form refracting light in complex patterns of academic superiority. The professor's statement drew murmurs of agreement from the assembled xenobiologists, each representing what they considered the peak of their species' evolution. Jasmine fought back a smile as she prepared her presentation. After 3 years as the only human researcher at the institute, she had grown accustomed to such dismissals of Earth's biological innovations. Her colleagues, brilliant as they were, had a peculiar blind spot when it came to what they termed simplistic evolutionary solutions. Quantum weave, a being of pure energy contained within a quantum field, pulsed with barely contained amusement. Dr. Patel, while we respect your presence here, surely you must acknowledge that Earth's creatures rely on remarkably basic hunting strategies? No quantum entanglement, no psychic prediction, not even basic molecular reconstruction. The assembled researchers rippled with various forms of agreement. Some vibrated their crystalline structures, others pulsed their energy fields, and a few shifted through multiple probability states simultaneously. Jasmine took a deep breath, her fingers hovering over the holographic controls. Distinguished colleagues, she began, her voice steady despite the skepticism radiating from multiple dimensions, today I want to share with you a hunting technique that has evolved over millions of years on Earth. One that demonstrates remarkable precision, sophisticated sensory processing, and efficient energy utilization. The lecture hall's atmosphere shifted as Jasmine initiated her holographic display. Above the central platform, a detailed image of Madagascar's rainforest materialized, complete with environmental data streaming along the edges. Several of the energy-based beings drifted closer, their curiosity momentarily overriding their prejudices. "Behold the eye," Jasmine announced, zooming in on a curious-looking primate with large eyes and an elongated middle finger. While your species have developed incredible technologies and abilities, this creature has evolved something equally remarkable: percussive hunting. Nexus 7's crystalline structure vibrated with skepticism. Percussive hunting? You mean it creates sound waves? Our species mastered sonic manipulation eons ago. Not quite, Jasmine replied, activating the next sequence of her presentation. The hologram showed the eye moving along a tree branch, its movements precise and deliberate. The eye has developed a sophisticated form of echolocation through tapping. It drums on trees with its specialized finger, listening for subtle variations in the resonance that indicate the presence of insect larvae beneath the bark. The hall fell silent as the demonstration continued. The hologram highlighted the complex network of neural pathways in the eye's brain, showing how it processed the acoustic information from its tapping. Data streams indicated the precision of its hearing, the efficiency of its movement, and the success rate of its hunting technique. Rather than relying on complex technology or energy-intensive processes, Jasmine continued, the eye has evolved a method that combines multiple natural innovations. Its elongated middle finger serves as both a precision instrument and a tool for extraction. Its large ears and specialized auditory processing allow it to create detailed three-dimensional maps of its prey's location beneath the bark. Quantum Weave's energy field fluctuated with growing interest. But surely the energy expenditure is minimal, Jasmine interrupted, displaying the comparative energy efficiency charts. The eye's method requires less energy than any of our current technological solutions for detecting and extracting concealed prey. It achieves this without quantum computers, without probability manipulation, and without breaking a single law of physics. The assembled xenobiologists leaned forward, or their equivalent thereof, as Jasmine's presentation delved deeper into the biomechanics of the eye's hunting technique. The data was irrefutable. Here was an elegant solution that had evolved naturally, without the need for technological advancement or energy manipulation. Nexus 7's crystalline structure shifted to a frequency indicating deep thought. Dr. Patel, are you suggesting that our focus on technological solutions has perhaps overlooked certain evolutionary efficiencies? I'm suggesting, Jasmine replied, her confidence growing as she saw understanding dawn across the multidimensional audience, that perhaps the most advanced solutions aren't always the most complex ones. Evolution on Earth has produced innovations that we're only beginning to understand, innovations that might teach us all something about efficiency, adaptation, and the elegant simplicity of natural selection. As the presentation concluded, the lecture hall buzzed with discussion, debates erupting across multiple dimensional planes about the implications of what they'd witnessed. Jasmine stood quietly at her podium, watching as her colleagues began to reconsider their definitions of primitive and advanced. Sometimes, she reflected, the most sophisticated solutions were the ones that appeared the simplest on the surface. The Madagascan rainforest sprawled beneath the cloaked research vessel like a living tapestry of green and brown. Dr. Jasmine Patel adjusted her environmental suit while her alien colleagues, Zircon Flux and Resonance Mind, calibrated their sensory equipment for Earth's atmosphere. The success of her presentation at the Institute had led to this unprecedented field study, though she suspected many still believed they would prove Earth's methods inferior. The humidity levels are playing havoc with my crystalline matrix, Zircon Flux complained, their translucent form shifting to compensate for the moisture-laden air. As the Institute's leading expert in evolutionary efficiency, they had insisted on personally verifying Jasmine's claims about the II's capabilities. Resonance Mind, a collective consciousness housed in a swarm of iridescent particles, spread out to analyze the surrounding environment. We detect 17 different species within scanning range, none displaying signs of advanced hunting methodologies. The thousands of tiny particles that made up their being sparkled with scientific curiosity despite their skepticism. Patience, Jasmine replied, activating her night vision equipment as darkness fell over the forest. The II is nocturnal. We should start seeing activity soon. She checked her bioscanner, confirming the presence of several specimens in the area. The research team had set up their observation post in a clearing surrounded by ancient trees, their equipment carefully calibrated to avoid disturbing the local wildlife. Hovering sensor drones, barely larger than insects, transmitted data streams to their central processing unit. Fascinating inefficiency, Zircon Flux mused, analyzing the forest's ecosystem. Your Earth species spend considerable energy maintaining these massive vegetative structures, when a simple matter-energy conversion network would be far more practical. Jasmine smiled in the darkness. Those inefficient structures are precisely what made the II's hunting technique possible. Watch. She pointed to a shadow moving through the canopy above them. The alien researchers fell silent as their instruments focused on the approaching creature. An II emerged from the foliage, its large eyes reflecting the minimal light as it moved with surprising grace along a branch. Observe its neural activity, Jasmine whispered, bringing up the real-time brain scans on their shared display. The II paused, its elongated middle finger extending as it began to tap along the branch's surface. Resonance Mind's particles clustered closer together, their collective attention focused on the data streams. The acoustic patterns, they're far more complex than our initial analysis suggested. The II moved methodically along the branch, its tapping creating a sophisticated map of the wood's internal structure. Suddenly, it stopped, its ears twitching as it processed the reflected sound waves. There, Jasmine pointed to their scanning display. It's detected a larval chamber approximately 2.7 centimeters beneath the bark. Watch the precision of its targeting system. Zircon Flux's crystalline structure vibrated with increasing interest as they recorded the II's movements. The creature began gnawing through the bark with its specialized teeth, creating a precise opening exactly where its acoustic survey had indicated the prey would be. The energy expenditure readings are remarkable, Resonance Mind observed, their particles forming complex analytical patterns. Total power consumption for the entire hunting sequence is lower than our most efficient scanning technologies. The AI's middle finger darted into the hole, emerging moments later with a plump grub. The entire process had taken less than 2 minutes from initial detection to successful extraction. What you're witnessing, Jasmine explained, her voice filled with quiet pride, is the result of millions of years of evolutionary refinement. No quantum computing, no probability manipulation, just pure biological innovation. Zircon flux extended a crystalline appendage toward the display, tracing the neural activity patterns. The acoustic processing algorithms, they're incredibly sophisticated. Our own sound-based detection systems require significantly more computational power to achieve similar results. And look at the tool integration, Resonance Mind added, their particles forming an approximation of the AI's specialized finger. The physical adaptation works in perfect harmony with the neural processing. It's elegant. As they continued their observations through the night, documenting multiple successful hunts, Jasmine noticed a distinct shift in her colleagues' attitude. The dismissive skepticism had been replaced by genuine scientific curiosity. Dr. Patel, Zircon Flux said as dawn approached, their crystalline form refracting the first rays of sunlight, I believe we may need to revise our definition of advanced hunting methodologies. This level of evolutionary optimization, it's unprecedented in our database. Resonance Mind's particles arranged themselves into a complex pattern of agreement. Perhaps we have been too focused on technological solutions to overlook the brilliance of biological evolution. The implications for our own research are significant, Jasmine finished, beginning to pack up their equipment. And this is just one example. Earth's biodiversity holds countless such innovations, each adapted perfectly to its specific niche. We just need to learn how to look for them. As their research vessel prepared for departure, Jasmine caught a final glimpse of an AI returning to its daytime shelter. Sometimes, she reflected, the most advanced technologies weren't technologies at all, but the quiet innovations of evolution itself. The galactic testing ground stretched across an artificial planetoid, its environment morphing and shifting to accommodate any conceivable hunting scenario. Dr. Jasmine Patel stood before the High Council's observation chamber, her heart racing as she prepared to defend Earth's evolutionary innovations against the galaxy's most advanced hunting methods. High Scholar Prism Corps, their multifaceted form gleaming with authority, addressed the assembled audience. Today's demonstration will evaluate hunting efficiency across multiple species and methodologies. Each participant will attempt to locate and extract hidden prey within identical testing environments. Void Walker, a being composed of dark matter and quantum probability, rippled with confidence beside their hunting drone array. Our latest quantum detection grid can identify any prey through 11 dimensions simultaneously. With respect to Dr. Patel, this hardly seems like fair competition. Jasmine checked her environmental scanners one last time. After weeks of preparation and careful study, she had recreated the perfect conditions for her demonstration. The testing chamber would simulate a dense forest environment, complete with complex bark patterns and hidden insect passages. The parameters are set, Prism Corps announced, their crystalline voice resonating through the chamber. Each participant must locate and extract 10 synthetic prey units, designed to mimic various species of natural quarry. Efficiency will be measured by energy expenditure, time, and environmental impact. The observation dome hummed with anticipation as the first round began. Void Walker's hunting system deployed immediately, filling their section of the testing ground with a web of quantum sensors. The technology was impressive, Jasmine had to admit, as it began identifying prey locations with mechanical precision. First target acquired, Void Walker announced smugly, their drones cutting through barriers to extract the synthetic prey. Energy expenditure within expected parameters. Jasmine activated her own system, a biomechanical replica of an AI's sensory and hunting capabilities, enhanced with subtle improvements based on her research. The synthetic finger extended, beginning its methodical tapping along the artificial bark. "Interesting approach," murmured one of the council members, their energy form flickering with curiosity. "But surely such a simple method cannot compete with quantum technology?" The first few minutes proved challenging. Voidwalker's system located and extracted 3 prey units while Jasmine's biomechanical hunter had only found 1. But as the demonstration continued, something unexpected began to happen. "Energy consumption warning," announced the chamber's monitoring system. "Quantum detection grid approaching efficiency threshold." Voidwalker's dark matter form swirled with frustration as their drones required increasingly more power to maintain quantum coherence. Meanwhile, Jasmine's system continued its steady, methodical progress, each tap building a more detailed map of the testing environment. "Remarkable," Prismcore observed, their facets reflecting the data streams. The biological system's energy usage remains virtually constant, while maintaining consistent accuracy. By the halfway point, the difference became clear. While Voidwalker's technology was faster, it consumed exponentially more energy with each extraction. The biomechanical II, in contrast, worked with the same efficiency whether it was finding its first prey or its 8th. "The synthetic finger is not just detecting prey," one council member noted, their crystalline structure vibrating with interest. "It's learning the environment's patterns, improving its accuracy through experience rather than raw computational power." As the final minutes approached, Jasmine's system had caught up in numbers while maintaining a fraction of the energy expenditure. More importantly, the testing chamber's integrity remained unchanged in her section, while Voidwalker's quantum cuts had left their area riddled with dimensional distortions. "Time," Prismcore announced. The final tallies appeared in holographic display above the chamber. While both participants had located all 10 prey units, the efficiency metrics told a different story. Energy consumption ratio, 12.7 to 1, the system announced. Environmental impact assessment, minimal versus significant. Overall efficiency rating, biological system demonstrates superior sustainability and adaptation potential. Voidwalker's dark matter form condensed with shock. "But our technology, the computational power alone." "Perhaps," Jasmine suggested gently, "that's precisely the point. Evolution doesn't solve problems with raw power, but with elegant efficiency." The II's hunting method evolved not to be the fastest or most powerful, but to be sustainable over millions of years. High Scholar Prismcore's facets glowed with approval. "Today's demonstration raises intriguing questions about our assumptions regarding advanced technology. Sometimes, it seems, the most sophisticated solutions are those that appear simplest on the surface." As the audience digested the implications, Jasmine began powering down her biomechanical system. She couldn't help but smile, thinking of the real IIs back on Earth, continuing their nightly hunts just as they had for millennia, blissfully unaware that their simple yet sophisticated method had just challenged the galaxy's definition of advanced technology. The Institute's biodiversity analysis chamber transformed its environment for the 4th time that day, shifting from a desert landscape to a perfect replica of Earth's deep oceans. Dr. Jasmine Patel stood with EchoPulse, a sound-based entity, and Binary Stream, a data processing collective, as they continued their comprehensive study of Earth's hunting methods. After the success of the II demonstration, Jasmine explained, adjusting the chamber's parameters, the Council approved an expanded investigation into other Earth species hunting techniques. "What you're about to witness might challenge everything you thought you knew about biological innovation." EchoPulse vibrated with anticipation, their form resonating with the chamber's acoustic properties. "We've analyzed thousands of hunting methods across the galaxy, Dr. Patel. What could possibly dash?" The chamber darkened as it projected the image of a pistol shrimp, barely larger than Jasmine's thumb. Binary Stream's data clusters swirled with interest as the creature's specialized claw came into focus. "This," Jasmine said, "is one of Earth's most powerful hunters, relative to its size. Watch what happens when it snaps its claw." The simulation demonstrated the process in slow motion. The pistol shrimp's claw created a cavitation bubble that, upon collapse, generated temperatures nearly as hot as the sun's surface for a fraction of a second, along with a powerful shockwave. Impossible, echopulse resonated, their frequency patterns showing clear distress. Our species spent millennia developing sonic weapons, and you're telling us this tiny creature naturally evolved something comparable? Binary stream processed the data in rapid bursts. Energy output calculations exceed our preliminary models. How does it prevent self-damage? Evolution has fine-tuned every aspect of the mechanism, Jasmine explained, highlighting the shrimp's specialized anatomy. The process is so efficient that it requires minimal energy input for maximum effect. The chamber shifted again, this time recreating a tropical forest setting. A spider appeared, carefully constructing its web. Binary stream's data patterns showed increasing complexity as they analyzed the structure. The spider's web isn't just a passive trap, Jasmine continued. It's a sophisticated tension-sensing network that provides precise location data and even prey classification. Some spiders can determine the size, type, and potential danger of prey just from the web's vibration patterns. Echopulse moved closer to examine the web structure. The acoustic properties, they're remarkably similar to our most advanced sound mapping technologies. But achieved through purely biological means? And with far less energy consumption, Jasmine added. But watch this next one carefully. The chamber transformed into a murky pond environment. A snapping turtle materialized, its tongue rippling with an unusual motion. Binary stream's data clusters reorganized rapidly as they processed new information. That worm-like lure on its tongue? It's not just for attraction. The turtle has evolved specialized cells that create electrical charges, allowing it to detect prey even in complete darkness. It's a combination of multiple hunting strategies in one elegant package. Echopulse sound waves showed patterns of deep contemplation. Our civilizations have always approached hunting through technological advancement. We never considered that biology itself could produce such sophisticated solutions. That's precisely what makes Earth's biodiversity so remarkable, Jasmine said, bringing up a holographic display of various other hunting methods. Each species has evolved not just to hunt, but to do so in a way that's sustainable within its ecosystem. Binary Stream projected their analysis results. We're detecting patterns of efficiency that exceed our current technological capabilities in several key areas. The energy conservation alone. The chamber cycled through more examples: the archerfish's precise watered jets that account for light refraction, the trapjaw ant's spring-loaded mandibles that move faster than a bullet, the electric eel's sophisticated bioelectrical targeting system. What we're learning, Jasmine explained, watching her colleagues' growing amazement, is that there's no single, advanced, way to hunt. Each of these creatures has developed a method perfectly suited to its environment and needs. They don't waste energy on unnecessary complexity. Echopulse modulated their frequency to match the chamber's resonance. Our species has spent generations trying to perfect sound-based hunting, yet this pistol shrimp achieved something similar through pure evolution. Perhaps we've been approaching advancement from the wrong direction. It's not about having the most powerful technology, Binary Stream concluded, their data patterns forming new analytical structures. It's about having the most appropriate solution for the specific challenge. As the chamber powered down, Jasmine could sense a fundamental shift in her colleagues' perspective. They had come expecting to catalog primitive hunting methods but instead found themselves documenting solutions that challenged their very understanding of technological advancement. Perhaps, Jasmine suggested, true innovation isn't about creating the most complex solution, but about finding the most elegant one. Earth species have had millions of years to perfect that art. The three researchers left the chamber in thoughtful silence, each contemplating how this new understanding might reshape their approach to scientific advancement. Sometimes, they were learning, the most sophisticated technologies weren't technologies at all. The Grand Hall of the Galactic Science Summit sparkled with the combined brilliance of 1,000 different life forms. Crystalline beings refracted light in complex patterns, energy entities pulsed with anticipation, and quantum probability clouds shifted through multiple states of existence. Dr. Jasmine Patel stood at the center of it all, her research team's findings displayed in a massive holographic array above the assembly. High Scholar Prism Core's multifaceted form presided over the gathering, their surfaces reflecting the collective attention of the galaxy's greatest scientific minds. "We have gathered today," they announced, their crystalline voice resonating through the chamber, "to reconsider our fundamental understanding of advanced hunting methodologies." Nexus 7, who had once dismissed Earth's creatures as primitive, now vibrated with scholarly enthusiasm as they addressed the assembly. "Our comprehensive analysis of Earth's biological innovations has revealed hunting strategies that challenge our most basic assumptions about technological progress." The holographic display shifted to show their collected data, the eye-ized sophisticated acoustic hunting system, the pistol shrimp's cavitation weapon, the spider's tension-sensing network, and dozens more examples of natural innovation. Each demonstration drew murmurs of appreciation from the assembled scientists. Quantum Weave, their energy form now tinted with respect, contributed to the presentation. "We discovered that while our civilizations focused on developing increasingly complex technologies, Earth's evolution had already solved many of the same problems with remarkable efficiency." Resonance Mind's collective consciousness spread through the hall, their particles forming illustrative patterns. Consider the energy consumption data. Our most advanced hunting systems require exponentially more power than these biological solutions, while often achieving less precise results. Void Walker, humbled by their previous competition experience, rippled their dark matter form in agreement. "We had assumed that technological advancement meant increasing complexity. These findings suggest that true sophistication often lies in simplicity." Binary Stream's data clusters formed complex analytical patterns above the assembly. The implications extend far beyond hunting methodologies. Earth's biodiversity demonstrates problem-solving approaches that could revolutionize our understanding of efficiency and sustainability. Echopulse resonated with the chamber's acoustics as they spoke. Each species we studied showed perfect adaptation to its environmental niche, achieving maximum effect with minimum energy expenditure. "It's an elegance our technologies have yet to match." Jasmine stepped forward, her voice steady as she addressed the assembly. "What we've discovered isn't just about hunting methods. It's about reconsidering our definition of advancement itself. These creatures didn't develop their abilities through conscious technological progress, but through millions of years of refined evolution." The holographic display showed a time-lapse simulation of evolutionary development, demonstrating how natural selection had crafted these precise and efficient solutions. The assembly watched in rapt attention as complex abilities emerged from seemingly simple beginnings. "Perhaps," Zircon Flux suggested, their crystalline form shimmering with new understanding, "we have been too quick to dismiss biological solutions in our rush toward technological advancement. Nature's innovations offer lessons we are only beginning to comprehend." High Scholar Prism Core's facets glowed with approval as they made their announcement. "In light of these findings, the Galactic Science Council hereby establishes the Earth Biodiversity Initiative. We will dedicate resources to studying and preserving Earth species, recognizing them as repositories of evolutionary wisdom." The assembly erupted in a cascade of light, sound, and quantum fluctuations, their various forms of applause. Jasmine smiled as she watched her colleagues' enthusiasm, remembering how far they'd come from their initial skepticism. "Our journey has taught us something profound," she concluded, her voice carrying across the hall. "True advancement isn't measured by the complexity of our technology, but by the elegance of our solutions. Earth's creatures, through the patient process of evolution, have achieved what our most advanced civilizations still strive for, perfect harmony between ability and need." As the summit drew to a close, scientists from across the galaxy gathered around the Earth species displays, their previous technological pride transformed into humble curiosity. They had come seeking to validate their advanced methods, only to discover that nature had already developed solutions they had never imagined possible. The eye, the pistol shrimp, the trapjaw ant, creatures once dismissed as primitive, were now being studied as masters of efficiency and innovation. In their simple yet sophisticated abilities lay the seeds of a new understanding, that sometimes the most advanced technology isn't technology at all, but the quiet wisdom of evolution itself.